I'm Jane Lackey, and I've worked in fiber, and I've also been an educator. I went to high school in the 60s. I didn't take many art classes. I didn't take any art classes, truthfully. It really took a couple of years before I realized what I wanted to do. So what happened is I went to the University of Tennessee for a few years. I fell in love with studying art history, but generally I was studying liberal arts. It was just that art history was such a pleasure. Then I moved out to California. One of my sisters went to school at UCLA, and I transferred to there, still not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. I just pulled a catalog off of a bookshelf, and it was for California College of Arts and Crafts. Opened it up, saw that it had a textile program, and that's what it was called at that time at that school. And immediately it just hit me, that's what I want to do. So I transferred, I moved to Oakland and went to school. My grandmother and aunt lived on a farm. We spent a lot of time on the farm, my sisters and I. And one thing that I really loved to do was look at the quilts that they were making, and mainly to draw them up into the upstairs room where all the fabric scraps were and the half-started quilts and the quilts they had finished. I also learned to sew very early and just enjoyed doing that. So there were things, I think I was someone who learned a lot from touching and understanding that the hand is a kind of index to all sorts of knowledge. Craft has so many different meanings and so many different registers that it works on. And for me, in my work, craft becomes a verb. It is the way I am making things. And it's the care and the intimacy of materials and how I'm involving them. It's also the meaning and the significance of materials and of hand and physicosomatic involvement in a process. Craft is, in the way that I look at it, is big and expansive. And it encompasses art, it encompasses design, it merges with other things. Lately, I think a lot about time and how much time we do or do not spend with visual art, no matter, whatever category. So one of my goals is to try to increase that amount of time that someone is willing to spend. And I think that's also a reason why I'm interested in installation and interested in work where people are participating, so that some of the creativity is handed over to someone else.